there's a new site to visit in the Roman Forum. On today's video, I'm going to take you with me inside the newly opened Horrea Piperataria, an ancient warehouse once used to store pepper and other spices during the imperial period. The site is enormous and the excavations have taken years, but they finally opened it to visitors. The Horrea Piperataria was built by Emperor Domitian on the southwest slopes of the Velia Hill, which no longer exists. It once served as a central hub for storing precious spices like pepper from Egypt and Arabia. The ancient writers Pliny and Cassius Dio wrote about this warehouse, so we know about its existence from their writings. The complex was cleverly designed to fit the natural slope of the hill, with multiple floors, open courtyards, and even pools with drainage systems. Spices weren't just for cooking back then, they were a vital part of medicine. And this explains why this whole area became a kind of ancient medical district. For example, the city's first public doctor, Arcagato, set up his practice nearby during the Second Punic War. Later, the famous physician Galen stored his valuable supplies here, protected by military guards. To see it, you'll need a full experience ticket to the Roman Forum, which includes access to the so-called super sites. These super sites are sites beyond what a typical visit to the Roman Forum includes. You may only visit the Horrea Piperataria with a guide, and it has to be booked in advance. So, on top of your regular visit to the Roman Forum, you'll have to book this visit, which costs €8 and is offered in either Italian or English. Just a note, if you have a free or reduced entry ticket, you'll still have to pay the €8 to take the tour. For example, Alessandro and I have a membership card, which allows us unlimited access to the Roman Forum, Palatine Hill, and all the super sites for a full year. This family ticket costs €80 and is well worth it for us because we come here often. A single membership card for one person costs €50. Considering that a ticket to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill that includes the super sites, called the Roman Forum Super Pass, costs €18, if you visit this park at least 3 times in a given year, the membership card is worth it. Either way, today I used my membership card to get in for free, and so I only had to pay the €8 for the tour of the Horrea Piperataria. If you don't have a membership card, you're going to need to purchase a ticket that allows you access to the super sites. One such ticket is the ticket I just told you about, called the Roman Forum Super Pass. This allows you access to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill and all of the super sites in one day. And it does not include access to the Colosseum. The ticket is good for only one day and there is no re-entry. So with this type of ticket, when you visit the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, I suggest coming early in the morning and getting the most out of it by spending as much time here as possible. Another way to get access to the super sites on the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill is to purchase a full Experience Colosseum ticket. Basically, other than the standard entry ticket, every other ticket type to the Colosseum is a full experience ticket. So when you purchase a standard entry ticket to the Colosseum, which by the way I highly recommend for first-time visitors because you do get to see a lot, that ticket includes access to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, but not the super sites. The full experience tickets to the Colosseum are visits that show you something more than just the standard entry. These extra access tickets, these full experience tickets to the Colosseum, include the attico or the attic, the underground, the arena floor, and the night tour. So if you purchase one of those Colosseum tickets, you automatically have a ticket that allows you access to the super sites on the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, which means that for an extra €8, you can book a visit to the Horrea Piperataria if you wish. Visiting the site today, you'll see a cutting-edge glass walkway suspended above the excavation. This allows us to walk through the history of the area layer by layer, from before Emperor Nero's time to the grand Basilica of Maxentius that eventually replaced it. There's also a multimedia installation that brings the site's history to life. The entrance to the Horrea Piperataria is located on the ancient Vicus delle Carinae, which has now been fully renovated and accessible for all visitors. Each tour lasts about 75 minutes. Of that, 45 minutes are part of the guided tour, and the rest is part of the multimedia installation. Besides the Horrea, they also restored this beautiful road that leads all the way out to the Via dei Fori Imperiali, where you can see the backside of the Basilica di Maxenzio, the Basilica of Maxentius. So, whether the Horrea is open or not, whether you've booked a visit or not, you too can walk along this road. It's open to everyone. not that much to see from this side, but you can see the back of the Basilica of Maxentius. You can also see sort of down into this workspace that they seem to be still restoring. But I think one of my favorite things that you can see from this angle is the wall where the map, the Forma Urbis, once hung in the time of Emperor Vespasian. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, the Forma Urbis was a map of Rome that was made in ancient Rome, and you can visit it today. At this point in the walkway, don't miss the medieval fresco up on the wall here. If you look carefully, you can see the Virgin Mary. Visiting the Horrea Piperataria takes a little bit of planning. At this time, the Horrea is only open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. There are tours in English and in Italian, and they go between 10 a.m. and around 1 p.m., so only in the first half of the day. As I mentioned, to join the tour, you do need a ticket to the Roman Forum, specifically a full experience ticket that allows you access to the super sites, because this is one of them. Tours are limited to 10 participants, so you really do have to book this in advance. The meeting point for the tour is at Largo della Salaria Vecchia, which is one of the entrances to the Roman Forum off of the Via dei Fori Imperiali. At this time, I don't know of any outside tour companies that are offering this tour, so you're going to need to book it directly on the Colosseum website, which I've linked in the description below. And to learn all about Colosseum tickets, don't miss my video right here.